Hello everyone, welcome to a dreams analysis reading. I might label it nightmares just because I feel like we're going to be talking to those of you who keep waking up either to leave the dream because you're just not enjoying it. It's maybe jarring you awake based on what you're seeing or feeling, or you're just waking up knowing that you were kind of disturbed. But you don't really know what you were dreaming about or what was happening. So, and that might be happening multiple times throughout the evening. You can see here that they've already prepared piles this time instead of cards, so it's a bit of a pick-up pile, and they kind of went around my bowl. So I don't know if they're trying to use this as like a thought cloud or shape, but we're kind of going off here into your dreamscape. So a bit of a pick-up pile, maybe it's the shape, maybe it's the structure. They each have 3 cards. Maybe it's the position around the bowl, top, bottom, left, right. That pulls you in. If you need a bit more time, feel free to pause, but I am an organic reader, so I'm just going to kind of make my way around. I won't be removing cards, I'll just kind of be adding to it. So as we make our way through the dreams, the analyses that are coming up next, we'll see the reveals for the previous dreams. Just a bit of a heads up. I timestamp, so if you want to just jump ahead to whichever pile to receive your messages, to dive into the dream analysis, feel free. Otherwise, I'm going to kind of tune in here to see which pile they want to start with, and we'll add the charms. Okay, so it looks like I'm coming up here, so I will put in the note that we are working clockwise when choosing the piles. So maybe in the picture I'll make sure I do like 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just gonna hover. I can feel the charms moving, so I'll try to make sure they're on camera here best I can. I like to let you see the movement as well. We're just kind of pulling in the background here. Interesting how they just threw those 3 out. Very, very matter of fact. It was like 1, 2, 3. Very similar to how the cards are laid. I'm just gonna make a bit room here so we know what pile we're with. Okay, so 1, 2, 3. Same way that your cards are very matter of fact, kind of dealt here, very structured. Okay, so let's just adjust the camera, and we'll just focus in on you all. Excuse me, I feel like I'm starting to catch a sinus cold, which I'm not too happy about, but that's why you might be hearing quite a bit of sniffling. As my nose starts to kind of tingle here, roof of my mouth. Okay. The first charm sitting underneath the first card here for your dreams and why you've been waking up from them lately and maybe multiple times throughout the night. We're starting with a tie here to your family, or a group of people that would be like family to you. So this could be your close friend network, your maybe close neighbors, a team you might be on, co-workers, right? But it's a smaller group, so it's your immediate first tier family members or individuals like that, group like that. So it's related to that group. Let's see here, what's the associated card? This is a nice card for or dream, right? Because of the way he's kind of floating, very dream-esque, and oh, not floating, sorry, they corrected me, sitting on the bench here. I thought he was kind of floating up above these cups here. Sorry, he's sitting on the bench here. The picture, however, is very kind of airy. You can kind of see a knight coming into shape here on his canvas. Sort of the face piece, the visor that comes down, the shape of the helmet, kind of going into the protective gear. So maybe you're dreaming of how do I protect, this close group to me, or maybe there's someone or some ones within that group that your sense of wanting to protect them is starting to increase. Maybe you have a child that's growing up, and so, you're always kind of learning and being even more vigilant as to what they can kind of get into or stumble over. So they show me their toes here, kind of looking at the cups like blocks on the floor or something in the way, right? So it could be child-oriented with the handprints back here as well. Or someone that has more youthful, more kind of wide-eyed, open-minded energy to the world. They're a little bit more loose, free will, right? A little more trying, a little bit more freedom. And that gets your concern kind of heightened for them, right? What are they going to get themselves into next month with their spontaneity and their kind of free will? So, concerned of a loved one. So tension, stress, emotions, you might not even be aware that that's what you're, that's the reason, right? You're developing into a more protective role. Then we have the dragonfly, which is all about being agile as you navigate this scenario, right? You got to kind of ride the wind, but you can also dip and dive out of the way of dangers, but also be playful, right? Do loops, etc. You can even just pause and hover in the moment with your four wings. Okay. It's interesting that I'm coming down here to what I believe is garlic cloves, because I want to plug my nose. And remember I mentioned I was struggling with my sinuses right now. They're bothering me, my tingly nose, and I want to like recoil from the garlic here, similar to like the vampire deterrent here. So maybe something feels a bit off. I was going to say smells rotten, but it just feels a bit off right now to you with regards to an environment. I want to say your work environment, just because he's laboring here. So, maybe change is afoot or change is happening around you, but they just want you to stay focused on your task at hand. If you can, just ignore the smell around you, because at the top of your tool here, your wands, we have good favor, good fortune. So if you can kind of hang in there, right? You can ride the waves, be agile, be a little playfulness, right? See it as a good opportunity, a fortunate opportunity, because we have a beautiful start here, a seed being planted. Something that's going to be better than the garlic cloves. So you've got concerns of, just protecting a loved one, maybe a bit of stress related to a work environment or an environment where you do a lot of work. Maybe you help someone out and you do their chores, help around the house, but kind of stay focused, stay rooted in just what you need to do. Try not to get distracted or pulled into their stuff. And then here's that seed that's planted. So maybe this is something different because it did fall on the third card. I'm just trying to see if the camera, okay, maybe not. There we go, a little bit better. But this is just a new leaf, right? the fresh sprout. So this is the beginning, one step forward, starting afresh, starting anew, beginning something, could be an interest. Let's see here, you have the Ace of Cups, and look at you smiling down, right, into your, as you do your water scrying, your divination, looking forward to your future, to this new beginning. Maybe that's what you're anticipating. Maybe that's because you're holding it very closely to your chest here. So you're intuitively hoping, wishing for, right? Here's the moon. You wish upon a moon. I want a dream come true. See how the moon is blowing down into the cup and showing you, here's your wish come true. So there's a heart's desire, a hope, you know, a goal, a milestone, an achievement. This step forward, this next step that you've definitely been putting out there as a hope, a wish, a dream. And it seems to be communicating to you in your dreams, right? So it's trying to show you in your dreams how you're getting there, how it begins, how it starts, to kind of ease your mind, ease your tension, and keep you focused on being able to see the signs, right? With your intuition. So waking up a few times, because there's a few messages, a few things on your mind here that your angels and your soul energies are connecting with you on. Okay. We're just going to pull back. And we'll head on down to group 2, which will be down here in the corner. Maybe I'll just add the notes in the descriptions below, like top left, bottom left. Since I didn't really prepare or get ready, just kind of threw it down like they wanted. Okay. So group 2, we're going to head into your cards here. You might have been drawn to sort of this upwards pattern that they had. They wanted me to readjust because they weren't all even. You might have just been drawn to the lower part, or kind of the way they're displayed a little bit. The orientation was pretty different than the other 3. Sort of upright, slightly upright, just kind of open a bit, but your orientation completely adjusted here, kind of 45-degree angle. So you might be heading off in a different direction. Let's see here. We'll see what charms they want to add, and then we'll get into your dream analysis. Let's see why you're waking up multiple times, or waking up from your dreams, not really knowing why, not really comfortable, just feeling uneasy. Okay, I'm just going to feel out here which one they want. Cat, the crown, the cat and the crown. Oop. Oh, okay, and I guess the unicorn. Came right back. So the crown goes with that one. Okay. Just put that aside and we'll adjust. So we're looking at your dream. Okay. Group 2. I'm really drawn to the blue and white. Feels very like 80s, early 80s cartoon for me. Just a nice vibrant color kind of hitting the screen. Okay, let's see here. Which charm I'm going to start with? Your kitty cat here. This is my comfy cat. We're doing a dream reading, so obviously this is you at rest, sleeping, but we know this is about waking up multiple times throughout the night. But this is content cat, kind of like my Garfield, you know, belly full of lasagna, very happy, kicking his feet playfully, inviting you to rub his belly or their belly for good luck, for a moment of cuddle, a moment of playtime, playfulness. We have the Queen of Wands pairing with that. So I feel like she's greeting you here. Like this is a, what's that book series? Chronicles of Narnia. They come through the wardrobe, into this winter forest land and greeted. They come across the first character that are greeted. But I feel like you're being greeted here in your dream, and for some reason that's easing you in. That's giving you some peaceful energy, some content energy. This could be a loved one visiting, coming to connect with you, coming to let you know, reinforce for you what you've done, what you're doing, what you're accomplishing, how you're approaching things. They're pointing up to the moon, but it feels like a guiding light, right? Like they're holding a lantern, like follow me. I wonder if a loved one is walking you down like memory lane, or maybe they're taking you back, like it's almost like a life review, but it's just specific moments, right? They want to step in and remind you. I wonder what these reminders of. So maybe that's why you're waking up kind of the first time is, sort of maybe the shock or uneasiness of, seeing that loved one after a while. Or unexpectedly, right? Encountering them in your dreamland unexpectedly. What are you doing here? Like in a loving way, how you just kind of show up at a store or something, you're like, oh, what are you doing here? But they're the ones that are going to guide you here. Okay, so then we have the excited unicorn pony leaping forward, a lot of playful, joyful energy, youthful energy, kind of re-embracing life a bit. Maybe that's why your loved one's coming in with the strong reminders. They want you to be back to, embracing every day, back to being your full self, right? Feeling your true self, but it's all white. So this is confidence, self-belief, hope, drive, determination, motivation, inspiration. Yeah, that's why I look at you. You feel lack of challenge right now, maybe in life. Maybe you feel left out, right? Everybody else is out on the Viking ship here and you're still back at the castle. Maybe you're in school a year behind others graduating. There's this sense of maybe others are achieving some milestones around you, or that's what you perceive. And you're like, oh, well, this is boring for me. But I do feel just lack of stimulation. And so your loved one here is coming back to remind you of a source of inspiration, creativity, motivation. You can encourage yourself here, right? You have fantastic ideas, unleash them. Look at them stacked up behind you. Instead, you're just kind of wasting them. You're just tossing them overboard. You're kind of letting them go. And they don't want you to just let them go. It's okay if this group didn't embrace your ideas. Another ship of visitors are going to show up, right? So you might be waking up here because you're just frustrated. You might reach a point in your dream where you just keep getting stopped. Sometimes it's like the endless staircase, the doors that just keep going, but you never really exit. So you might be waking up from frustration or maybe even boredom from that part of the dream. Like, ugh, let's just wake up and end this. It's kind of boring. But you're headed towards the blue crown. So this is an epiphany, because it's emotional. So a grand insight, an epiphany, a huge emotional uplift. For some, this is stumbling upon and really tuning into your soul purpose, a discovery. And that's where you're headed. This excited, magical unicorn pony is headed towards this epiphany, this discovery. Okay. And it's going to happen soon with the stopwatch here being clung in the jaws, in her teeth. Feels like she's doing a bit of a tango dance here, a bit of a celebration dance. Your arms are full of coins. But there's like this ownership over your ideas, right? Here you're tossing them away. So this could be, maybe in a work scenario, you're offering up solutions and no one's taking them, right? They're like, oh, we're just going to go over here and do this. And you're like, okay, scrap that. So there's you implementing the idea, you taking your ideas elsewhere, you stepping out on your own and sharing ideas directly. But there's a chance here where you get to implement your solution, apply your creativity, right? Get to stimulate your crown, use your strategic chops. And there's a huge turnabout here in fortunes. But I think that's the epiphany, is what do you do now with these ideas, these solutions, these thoughts that you're having? Whoever you're offering them to now just isn't receptive. So I think it's like repackage them, offer them elsewhere, use them yourself, but you'll have the epiphany, you'll have the insight. And in this case, you might be waking up from your dream because it might be scary to you, right? With the fire here, it might feel really jarring to change up your rhythm. There is a comfort and kind of knowing and expectation of, they'll probably not like this idea, or we probably won't do the solution. I'll still offer it up, to, oh, wow, they said yes. I'm going to do it. And now you get a little bit shaky, but it's like, no, it's okay. So, epiphany incoming. Okay. So I'm just going to move over now to dream group. Number 3 here. Just want to focus them on camera. Okay. I don't know, I'm getting a bit of an airy whisper in my throat right now. I don't know if the mic picked that up. It's like a little whistle under my breath. Okay. Dreamers. Number 3, group number 3, pile 3. Let's get your charms first here. I got a little bit distracted. I got out of the flow of my steps, changed up my order of my steps, so that's what I meant by distracted. Are they done discarding? Okay. So we'll see what they're selecting here. Just give some time for, I feel the movement, so they're pulling something. Nope, they're happy with those two. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Well, actually, I'll do the same as I've done for the first 2 groups. Gotta make sure the lightning bolt's the way they want it. Okay. So group 3, your dream. Going to start at my spotlight. This is my lantern, caution, light, spotlight. Your angels, your souls are trying to halt you, trying to grab your attention. You know, follow me, light at the end of the tunnel, follow this way. Light in the darkness. So we're going to start here. Start on this side. Well, it's nice and fun to see giants here, right? In a dream analysis, heading into your dreamland. So maybe you're struggling with a scenario that feels behemoth to you, right? Those mountains we feel are in our way. This could be two parties, like we're just seeing here, not seeing eye to eye, right? They're going forehead to forehead, kind of battling it out. So before you go to bed, maybe that's coming to mind as you try to think through the solution, because you have that decision above, and that's why I'm saying that the two here, the two upright pillars with the moon. So it's kind of like you're going to sleep hoping the answer will come to you in your dreams, right? Like, now that I'm resting, help me get the clarity I need. So another way to read this is your angel coming in, you know, going forehead to forehead with you, third eye to third eye, and delivering some wisdom, some knowledge, right? The shining light, the advice, the clarity that you're asking for. Sure thing, follow me. But maybe you're getting shocked out of sleep, scared out of sleep, because an angel or a soul visit will be quite tremendous in scale. Often when it's your soul, it's a very massive eye. So it might be scary enough the first time they come in that you kind of jolt awake. So try to hang in there into the sleep to receive as much answers as you can. Then we have my milestone charm. The graduation day, the scroll, the cap. This means an achievement coming up. This is recognition. This is confirmation, validation, some kind of receipt of some form of like specific decision. It could be a data, right? It could be a report that you're waiting on. It can be an application response you're waiting on, but it's something you're anticipating, and it's a milestone moment for you. It's you know, something that's in the calendar that you know is coming in. And here you're just anticipating the worst. You know, I'll just be as plain and simple as they want me to be, right? This is you picturing the worst and anticipating the worst case scenario, the worst outcome, and you're playing that out in your dream here. So we need to shift the perspective. Again, look at the giant. Giant. So you battling these giants, you battling these huge mountains, getting over this kind of failure mindset, this, prepare for the worst mindset. They definitely want you to be more hopeful, more playful, right? Because the giant here is smiling. He's not squishing. It's more like child's play, right? Parent to young kid, aunt and uncle, to a niece or nephew, just like playtime. So a little bit of encouragement to embrace the experience. Don't put any expectations at all. Just it's how you approach it, how you navigate it. Okay. Then we had the lightning bolt. It was encouraging me and kept wanting to point to this milestone. So lightning bolt, this is good favor. This is a quick incoming news or a quick turn of events. Lifestyle change as a result, right? As a result of that. Like your three cards are absolutely like a dreamscape fairy tale. Look at that. Giants, giant, hero, victor, right? Look at the nice hues of the cards too. How beautiful and colored. So you might be waking up because, again, I feel like you seeing this individual, this could be your guardian angel coming in as they point out their stone wings back here in the crown, the halo. So trying to speak to you, trying to be playful with you, trying to speak to you and hand you your reward. And each time you're getting a little bit scared, a little bit shocked, not anticipating to see this individual. You just need to trust, right? Kind of get out of the fear-based, the worst case scenario mindset. Approach this as an adventure versus a horror movie. But essentially there is this sense of conquering. You are achieving. In the first card, if they want me to loop it right back, this is the two of you, right, celebrating, or them knighting you, right, christening you, graduating you. There's just this beautiful cycle of continuous, like, adventure, playfulness, success, adventure, playfulness, success. And for some reason, I don't see you seeing it that way. So maybe look back on your lived history. Every time you approached an experience with more open-mindedness, more playfulness, more adventurous energy, explore, be interested, be curious. How easy is success in those moments, right? Lightning strikes you. Okay. So let's move up to our fourth group of dreamers. Come up to your cards, see what your dreams are about. So we'll get the charm. Oops. Guess I didn't keep those on camera. Just give them a chance here to discard everything they're going to throw away anyways. Okay, so let's see. What charms do they want to add to your cards? Help explain your dreams. I just hover when I feel movement. Let's just go back, see if... Okay. So we'll just straighten out your cards. And then we'll get into your dream. Okay. I'm going to start here with the decision. So this is a decision that needs to be made. It's on my pulley. So that lets me know that if you don't kind of get off the fence here and pull your lever A or B, right or left, make the decision on where you're going next, the wheel of fate's going to tick forward here. It's going to rotate forward anyways. It's going to tip in one direction or the other for you. So a bit of a chance opportunity here that you're kind of delaying on, maybe debating, considering a little bit too long, and universe, your soul, your angels are using your dreamscape here to help encourage you to move forward with your gut decision, right? What you intuitively feel is the right answer here. Queen of Swords. Look at you holding, right? Kind of yo-yoing here a bit. And they're drawing me to the little droplet here on the tip of the one blade, so and the teardrop. So I don't know if there's a hesitancy because of a past similar experience. So this could be a relationship scenario, a workplace scenario, a lifestyle change scenario that you're attempting again. But you get a little bit scary, no matter how passionate you are, how much your heart, like she's all red here, the Queen of Swords, kind of looks like the Queen of Hearts, right? She's being guided forward by her heart, but there's like this one little droplet of like fear that comes in, and then she kind of pulls back again on her decision, her two swords here, her decision. She's pulling that one arm back. So there's encouragement here that, you know, follow your heart in terms of the decision to be made, and that's why you keep waking up, is this little twinge, this little pinprick, right? It just hurts a little bit, so you wake up, you're like, oh, I don't want to think about that, I don't want to remember that, but you need to kind of progress forward, right? Step past that droplet, step past that little puddle, or the universe might kind of nudge you forward there, might trip you up a little bit, right? Get you to skip ahead over the crack in the sidewalk. Okay. So when they choose the black leaf, this is not only a change of season, which we're about to head into. So fall is about to change over into winter here in our northern hemisphere. But so is a major change for you in an area of life. You're going to experience a change of season with the change of season. So either with winter or heading into 2026, there's a major change that maybe at the kind of soul level, at your, you know, in the back of your mind and the emotional level, deep in your heart, you kind of feel this energy of change. And maybe that's why you're waking up from your dream. Your dream is probably future casting. Yep, look at it, right? They're trying to future cast here for you, show you what's coming up, preparing you, right? Showing you the practicing moves, the strategic moves, showing you the gameplay right before you head in, right? You're taking a little pause here at the gate before you move forward into that Ten of Pentacles, this next bright phase, next bright chapter. Could be a bit of self-doubt, right? They're pulling me down here. And that might be why you're waking up, right? You're not feeling prepared. I can't go out on the adventure yet. I'm not ready. I want to study a little bit longer. And they're encouraging you, like, no, see, every time I make this move, you automatically counter. You know what you're doing. You're ready. So with the season, with the change of the new year, so too will you have a big change in an area of your life. And you're ready for it. You are ready to move forward with that big adjustment. Actually, evolution, I should say. It's not an adjustment, evolution. So my pair of cherries here. This is a bit of a temptation, but not a negative temptation. It's not like an addiction temptation or a bad habit, bad decision temptation. This is a playful temptation. So this could be a opportunity to travel, opportunity to attend an event, opportunity to renovate even, right? You know, do a wardrobe makeover. There's a playful energy here with this temptation, with this opportunity to do something that's a little bit indulgent, maybe a little bit selfish even, but with positive intent. Okay. Yeah, so here's your soul. How do I explain what the energy I'm getting here? Your soul is kind of showing you like green flags here, right? It's kind of communicating, yes, go left, go right, like a navigator. There we go. The eyeball here is helping you navigate these streets, these routes. And the cross above here, this is your green flag, right? The angelic hues, the golden hues, the good fortune. So you're going to get these green flags, this positive energy. You're going to kind of get nudged and pushed towards being okay with and saying yes with whatever this indulgence is. So saying yes to that overseas trip that you've always wanted to do. Saying yes to a concert, even though you've been maybe more focused on saving. This is the okay to splurge a little. This is the okay to indulge a little. We'll give you the green lights here. It's not going to affect your overall path, your overall goals, right? Your soul here is encouraging you to do it. So in this case, you're probably waking up because it's like a too good to be true scenario, so you don't want to indulge in that dream a little bit. You know, you want to wake up happy. You don't want to wake up going, oh man, I wish that dream would come true, but it actually can be. You can go ahead, like don't wake up feeling guilty or wake up feeling like that's something you can only enjoy in your dream. You know, visiting that place or dreaming about visiting that place, you can go ahead and do it. So you're heading into a really nice, bright chapter where clearly you have the funds and the opportunities to indulge, to have these little moments. But there is a decision here to move on past this one little thing that kind of pulls you back, that kind of pops back up. This one little memory, this one little feeling, right? It could be stage fright. I feel like if you're willing to just step on the stage, as soon as you're on the stage, you're totally fine. So turning over that new leaf. So I just want to thank all of you dreamers for coming and enjoying getting some understanding into why you're waking up and what that might be related to for you. And hopefully you'll be able to sleep a little better, but really just engage and immerse yourself in your dreams and receive the messages that are there for you.